Hello everybody. I have another game here. It's actually a 2 versus 2. I've never really done any 2 versus 2 just because there's just so much going on. But this one was requested and I said, alright, I'll give it a shot. It was actually requested by our Game Replays guy, Bloodhound. And I know a lot of you guys don't want me to say who requested it just because of possible spoilers, but I don't know which one he is because there is not a guy named Bloodhound in this game. So anyway, I'm gonna get this game started right away from the 5-second mark. So 3, 2, 1, play. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you can see, our quadruple duple 7 here is gonna be our, what is he? I think he's in one American. So we have double American starting here in the south on our map, Rails and Metal, and the other American player, his ally, will be Soldierofpoon. Our players up north is gonna be double Vermont. We have our player Turchynator. I'm actually going to be following him, and our second Vermont player, Ripbyrka. I'm not sure what that stands for, but he is our second Vermont player, and the map once again is Rails and Metal. So let's see how this goes. There's just going to be so much action. I try to check some of the players' levels. Their 2v2 levels are actually quite up there. Level 13 to 16 range, so that's what they really focus on. Their 1 versus 1. We're around the level 10 mark, but they don't really play 1 versus 1s, as you can tell. Well, let's take a look at the attack map here. It looks similar start-offs for both our players. Both going to start off with 2 Pioneer squads and then a Volksgrenadier squad. And I got to look a little bit harder for our American players here. Looks like I only see engineers at the moment. Do we have any barracks set up? No, we actually have a weapon support center coming from Soldierofpoon and a barracks coming from our 007 guy over here on the left side. So we're going to see some MG play with rifles. Got to work very well together, but very strong if you can pull it off. And it's something I would have expected to see from our Axis players, but we are not going to see that. So see how this all turns out here. This right side is very important because of that building. It just helps you hold down the right side of the map so well with any type of MG. And you can see quite a bit of skirmish here. He did take this building, but is there a window on the other side? Yes, there is, so the engineer squad can fire onto the squad. And actually, he needs to get these guys on the other side of that stone wall because they will take regular damage. Actually, there is some cover in front of them, so I thought they were getting the green little blip from that stone wall. But if you're on the wrong side of that wall, you still will take normal damage because you're on the wrong side, even though that green, that cover symbol still pops up. And it looks like this engineer squad, he's trying to take it out. Wisely moves that Pioneer squad on the other side of that building to focus fire that engineer squad so they don't take fire from that rifle squad, but it does come over on the left side to try to prevent that, and may go down there. Unfortunately loses the Pioneer squad this early into the game, 3 minutes into the game. That is unfortunate because your capping power suffered greatly, and this MG here is going to shoot that rifle squad, but you want to keep that rifle squad in there as long as possible. There's even more fighting here in the south. Actually their MGs are doing, oh no, and my alarm's actually going off, so just give me about 2 seconds here. I'm going to leave the camera right there and the microphone. Okay, I'm back, and it looks like our Vermont players were forced out of here. However, they did manage to take this house, so that will help them quite a bit in holding the middle and the right side here. Going back into the middle, looks like our US player did manage to get a flank on that MG, which was the meat of that defense, and now just sandwiching this Volksgrenadier squad, and will definitely force it to retreat. There's a Pioneer squad trying to come in here and support it. Really what he needs to do is focus fire 1 rifle squad, 1 with his Pioneer squad and 1 with his Volksgrenadier squad, which would be the left one. He did manage to shoot away the right one. There is a bike out here though that's trying to do the damage. Oh man, and the flamethrower upgrade pops for Ripbyrka, which will let him win that fight for sure. Gonna go back here in the middle. Oh no, double bikes taking on these engineer squad. However, the engineer squad's in the green cover, so they would have been in a lot of trouble, but because they're in the green cover and when the bikes have already taken quite a bit of damage, they are going to have to be forced away, especially with that rifle squad coming up into play. Let's take a look at the attack map once again. It looks pretty even so far. The VPs are actually neutral right now. The right one is not contested. Would like to see a cap on that very soon. Volksgrenadier squad just walking by that, as it is 487 to 500, so you definitely want to cap that now while there is no fighting. And there is a sniper on the field from Soldierofpoon. Not surprising because he did go weapon support center. And let's see how many kills, how his micro is with that. He actually has 4 kills already. And going in the south, the MG trying to do its thing, but unfortunately setting up too close to that building, and it will now take fire from that other MG into the building. So kind of MG wars here. We have a second MG setting up in green cover, so they should be good. However, the sniper is moving up. Man, unfortunately loses that. I heard a mine going off here in the left side, and that actually kills the is that a bike? Yes, that is a bike. Pretty sure it is a bike, as they, oh no, losing the sniper there. That's unfortunate. So quite a few blows between these two players, losing a sniper, losing a bike. I saw another squad over here that died, and losing the MG over here. Will he take the MG for himself or leave it there? And it looks like he's going to leave it there for now, deciding to cap the munitions point. And they're doing quite a slow push here on the right side. Let's see if the US decides to go just a weird flank on the left side, acts his opponents off guard and come back around. But let's see how that goes on. Looks like he may take out this MG. MG wisely gets out there just in time. And the engineer squad here will not be able to take that MG out, but it does force retreat. Now's the time to take this building. He does realize that. Going to put a pioneer squad in there to kind of reserve the building now. Oh, no, maybe not. This MG would, though. I hope he would bring this into that building, and the pioneer squad will take over capping. He actually decides to set it up right there on the spot because these squads are moving in right now. He needs to suppress them. He doesn't have time to get into that building. He needs to suppress them now, and he does. Oh, and another mine going off. Lots of destruction, so he barely holds this right side because that MG was still there, and that building will not be taken by anybody else. The engineer squad here just getting a little suppressed. We'll have to retreat that sooner or later. Gonna go back in the middle. Looks like another retreat was forced. So these MGs seem to be quite problematic for our US players. I'm guessing we're gonna see a mortar, not a mortar pool. We do have a mortar pool going up, but a mortar from the weapon support center guy. Maybe, maybe not. He's actually building the mortar pool. I thought that was the guy who built the barracks. But anyway, going back here in the middle, oh man, is that another mine that took out this second bike? So I think all his bikes are gone. And gonna check the teching for all our players here. Our Wehrmacht player Turchynator actually went the Craig barracks, so we're gonna see a lot of tier 2, a lot of infantry from him, and AT gun already coming out for him. Looks like Soldierofpoon says not looking good, but you guys are doing pretty good. You got a 3 cap. You've been holding the line so far. 487 to 412. You just need to stick in MGs. Need to set up some defensive positions here on the right side. It's really empty right now. Probably taking advantage of that because their US players have already retreated, and they're going to retreat their squads, quickly reinforce them, and bring them back into the field before their US opponents. But as I said, checking the teching. Okay, so Turchynator actually went Craig Barracks, and he's getting veterancy right now. Gonna go check our Ripbyrka player. He looks like he's going tier 2 as well. Already has his veterancy building up, his campcraft center, and actually building more bikes as well, as you can see here. So we're gonna see a lot of heavy infantry play from them. They already have a lot of AT guns, already predicting that possible tier 2 play or quickly tier 4 play from one of the players. And that M8 is going to have a lot of trouble fighting in here. I don't think there is one on the field. I haven't seen any, judging from the mini-map here. And already getting suppressed here. You want to spread your squads out. And it looks like he did for the most part. Oh, and hitting mine as well. Getting pinned. So he wants to keep these squads here as long as possible to draw that MG fire and allow his partner to come around and flank. The MG is going to be a lot in trouble. They realize that. He's adjusting his MG. It looks like it will be set up in time. These squads here on the left, they're still suppressed, so they're just crawling their way over there trying to get the flank. But unfortunately, it looks like he will hold the line with the Pioneer squad and the MG. Absolutely cannot lose this MG because it is the meat of this defense. And he does hold the line with a swarm of US players here. One engineer squad gets in here to do quite a bit of damage actually to that pioneer squad with that flamethrower upgrade, just throwing flames all over the squad. But it's just not enough just yet. It was almost there. The MG does wisely adjust, scoots back, gets that medipack for 25 munitions, and now the engineer squad is in trouble as they do not have range to any of these squads. And all they can do is sit there and take fire while they cap that fuel point. Going back here into the south position, our sniper is moving out. They does have 5 kills, however 1/4 health, so we need to be really, really careful with that. And did it die? It kind of just disappeared. Oh, and there it did. It did unfortunately die to that MG fire quickly. Just a quick burst of MG fire. You can see he's saying, wow, yeah, I'm done. Don't give up just yet. This replay is not anywhere close to over. And yeah, that's that. Looks like we have a half track coming out for our Wehrmacht player, and that's really cool actually, because he can reinforce from that half track. The squads are low in health, and that will help them hold the line a bit better every time their opponent retreats. And here comes our T-17 armored car. It is not going to be an M8. Do we have any AT guns in range? No, we don't, actually. However, if he scoots in a little further, there is one over here to the right, and it is adjusting. There is a Shrek squad coming down here into the south. These two engineer squads can't have anything to say really because they are suppressed. And oh, taking a chunk of that T-17 armored car. Will it go down? One more shot may take it out. These two engineer squads are desperately trying to repair it, but he does manage to get out of there. You just can't really repair as well when you're under MG fire. And the Grenadier squad is going to chase it down out of control. What a shot there by one of those guys. And Soldierofpoon is not happy about that, losing a sniper, losing a T-17 armored car from that kind of distance. The accuracy is just so low. I don't know the exact stats, but I know the further away, the harder the accuracy is, the harder it is to hit the armored car, but unfortunately it did still hit. So looks like from the north though we have quite the push here. Once again, squads getting suppressed from that half track. 487 to 230. The VPs are taken down pretty fast for our American players here, and they're quite a bit in trouble. We do have airborne out for our 007 player here. Oh man, and missing that half track. Just things aren't going the way that for these US players right now. And an MG setting up, but he wisely gets behind that building. Unfortunately, if one guy gets suppressed, the whole squad is suppressed. That's a unfortunate mechanic for our players here. And the rifle squad's trying to flank. However, Pioneer squad's hopping into that building and will burn these squads alive. And wisely targets down this rifle squad's that is doing the flank here. Half track's gonna have to get, well, it doesn't have to really get out of there because it's not a Panzer Elite half track. It's a Wehrmacht half track. A grenade going off, and oh, it takes a lot of damage there. This MG may go down, probably will because of these bars right here. Even though they are suppressed, it looks like they should win this fight. I'm not sure actually, because the Pioneer squad over here is gonna burn the squad. The MG does go down. Airborne just coming in only with one guy left. The sniper is taking shots at them. One more shot will take out this airborne squad. Needs to retreat it right now, and he does. Don't want to get over greedy over there trying to take off that half track because airborne is just so expensive, especially when you already have invested in the cordless rifles. And you can see one of our players actually went tier 3, excuse me, blitz, and for those grenades you can see it definitely paying off. They're stunning all these squads here. He's trying to chase down this half track, but unfortunately the kiting is just too much and all these grenades just going off, doing insane amounts of damage, and he'll have to retreat. Going back here in the south, just looks like they're once again getting suppressed. However, it looks like he's just trying to draw out the fire from this MG. The sniper does have its first kill of the day and takes out the MG. What that MG has done is the right side open. No, there is one more MG and is in this building. And let's see if that sniper can take care of that. One shot goes off. 2 guys left. Are there any reinforcements coming in? No, there is not. Just a bike, but the bike will get mopped up very easily by these squads here. As long as he can cover that sniper. Where'd the sniper go? Oh, there it is. There's 2 snipers actually. Sniper doing the sniper thing. And, oh, unfortunately the bike kind of overdoes it and hits the mine. And he does take out the MG, so now the right side is... no, he doesn't take out the MG. MG actually got out and adjusted. Wisely, nice positioning there behind this building and tree, so it was temporarily hiding from those two snipers. But now here comes a counter sniper. Will we see it? Has 3 kills, is invisible, has the 1 veterancy. There is the 2 snipers though, so if he takes out 1, he's definitely going to lose his. Is he going to do it though? Unless he can find a really good position and hope one of his opponent isn't quick enough on that trigger finger. And here comes snipers coming around that building. Are there any squads to bait the fire? He does have a pioneer squad, but you don't want to do that, especially when there's only 1 guy and has a flamethrower upgrade. Looks like he's wisely not going to do anything. And snipers are going to town. Oh, and no. Well, I thought it was a counter sniper actually just taking a shot at that MG. And the sniper is trying to do something here. Now's the time to take it. They are retreating. The bike can chase down one. Unfortunately, he does miss. And all these snipers will get away safely. Oh man, losing another bike to those mines. Those mines are definitely paying off for our Wehrmacht players. And looks like they will hold the right side. Those snipers were pretty problematic. And we actually have tier 4 from Turchynator over here. And yes, there it is. So he's actually pumping out quite a bit of panzers. And gonna go back to our other player over here. Looks like he's gonna stay on heavy tier 2 play. And let's check our US players really quick here. It doesn't look like they really built anything, just a tried center there, so that's a sign of heavy infantry player from one of our players. And gonna go back to the fighting heroes attacking. Isn't really different for our US player, but wow, what a massive push of infantry. Definitely don't want to blob them though. I don't see any MGs, so they will be okay. This Panther's just going to town though, but there's just so many. Whoops, there's just so many squads. I don't think it can do the damage in time. Maybe it could kite all these rifle squads into an MG, some sort of MG fire. Right now, it's taking quite a bit of shots though from the airborne. So you need to be very careful to save this Panzer. Already has 2 kills right now. That's not too many. Oh man, it may go down here. This airborne squad is just taking it down. It needs to focus fire the airborne squad and not the rifle squad. Rifles are just running everything over. Actually killing something there. I don't know if it was another bike, but they do make a massive push in the left. Actually, that was just a little guess I made earlier. But they do come around, did a flank. We'll take out this bunker if nothing is there to oppose it. Gonna check the attack map really quick. I really don't see any. You can see some units just streaming in from our yellow player, trying to desperately hold the line here. Panzer over here gonna do quite a bit of damage. May force 1 rifle squad to finally retreat. These, oh no, blobbing of squads. Lots of grenades going off, and there goes all their AT for our US player. And that will allow his panzers to mop up all these rifle squads and allow them to finish off this push here, to fend off the push. And it looks like that little push will look successful, but I think this wasn't enough, unfortunately. And because his airborne squads were forced to retreat, that kind of stopped their momentum there. And let's see if they can do it again. 487 to 140 for our VPs, favoring our Wehrmacht players, and they are in full retreat. Even these 2 snipers over here on the right side definitely don't want to get shot. And they get away there. So let's check the kills for our 1 Panzer has 2 kills. Where is the other one? I don't see the other one. Was it destroyed? I think it was actually. So they did kill a tank here. There's some tank debris. So they didn't the US players didn't go out there with anything. They did manage to kill a Panzer, which is not too bad. And you can see they are fully reinforcing, getting healed by that triad center. Our other player, Soldierofpoon, is on the move again on the right side. Maybe just doing quite a bit of poking here. You want to fully dedicate yourself while your ally is still reinforcing, and his ally is going to be moving out now. And his AT guns, wisely getting AT guns here. Airborne happily counters tier 4. And if I was Turchynator, I think I would have stayed with heavy infantry if I saw my opponent going airborne. Just because airborne just sucks so bad versus infantry. And they're great against vehicles, but you don't have any vehicles. What are they gonna shoot at, really? And airborne is also just so expensive. 450 manpower. So, this bike needs to be very careful here. And oh, actually baiting one of the snipers, getting a counter snipe. So he does realize that better not reveal that sniper, and the AT gun will take out that bike now. One of these snipers has 7 kills. The Vermont sniper by Turchynator has 7